Hey, welcome, and thank you also for coming back and sharing your properties with us. So, tell us a little bit about you and your
Okay.
family.
Yes, sir. This is Madina Sheikh. Hi to everyone. I just migrated from India. Um, I'm an IT professional and family, wife and 3 kids. So we live in Houston, Texas.
Okay, and you are
And
in the business, looks
yeah,
like.
go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead, sir.
so how did you hear about lifestyles, and why did you decide to join?
Yeah, lifestyle. A couple of my friends are members, so they've been telling. Actually, I was busy with my day job, so I didn't get a chance to join or even learn about it. But finally, this year, actually, when we had COVID, so we're kind of a little bit slow on my other job. So one of the weekend, I think the May 30th and 31st, I attended one of the David Fisher's seminar. So on May 31st, I think right after his second day seminar, I decided to join the Lifestyles. I'm a premier, the big member actually of Lifestyles since then.
And that's a different level of membership. David will go into the different levels of our membership this weekend, but that's a
Yes, sir.
more advanced level. So let's talk about
Yeah.
your property next.
Yes,
So
sure.
this
Yeah,
property
this is the property.
clear
Yes,
and
sir.
straight, and that's
Yeah,
the one
it's
with
Point Clear. This is the one I bought from Lifestyle Realtor, Jennifer. Jennifer sent it to me, and we looked at it. I was interested, so we decided to buy this one.
yeah.
And so again, you see that before and after pictures.
Yeah.
So
This was a pretty large rehab also. So again, for new people, don't get scared by the large rehabs because there are properties
yeah,
that don't require this much. But you know, as you'll see, these ones that are in really bad shape, you buy them for really low prices, you fix them up, and that's how you pull in all this equity at the beginning because you're buying a really distressed property at a really low price.
And just
yeah,
so if you're listening for the first time, Medina didn't do any of this work. He hired a contractor. All you do is write a check. We do not do the work. I want to make sure it's not like those stupid TV shows. Okay.
Right.
yeah. That's true. By the way, I have zero knowledge in fixing these problems. Okay, so I know how to fix the software, not the toilets and stuff like that. So yes, we are a general contractor. We spend around $50,000 on this. So I came out to get.
All right. I'm going to go through the numbers and then I'll let you kind of talk about these, Medina. So now this is
Yeah.
house is a little bit on the upper end. Well, it's a little over the upper end of what we normally buy. But again, this was such a fantastic opportunity. So the house has an appraised value of $257. You were able to pick it up for $160 again because it was in such bad condition. $50,000 in rehab, about $16,000 in closing costs, and that left you a net equity of $33,083. Your out of pocket was around $27,000. So again, you had over 100% return on gain. So you had 123% return on gain. Now this house has a rent of $2,300 a month or $27,600 a year. Your cash flow is almost $600 a month, which is outstanding. $71.28 per year in cash flow, and so that's a 26% cash on cash return. So again, both of these numbers, the capital gain and the cash on cash return are both phenomenal. And when did you buy this property? I believe it was June or July.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
So I just, it took I think almost 8 weeks to fix it up, and right after that we put it on the market. We had a multiple tenants applications, and somebody just joined on December 4th. By the way, after I gave you the numbers, Sorrel, I just did the refinance of this property with a local bank. The appraisal came actually around $300, so $300,000. So your capital gain will be going up. By the way, I just wanted to update you. When I gave you the numbers, I gave you the Quest numbers actually.
That's even better. So you're going to have like 60,000 of equity. So my point,
Yes.
I want to point out that during the time of COVID, you found this property. you were able to buy it, rehab it, get a lease, get a tenant in it, and multiple applications for it. All this during the time of COVID. So Lifestyles members are actually out there moving. They're working hard during this time, and there are some great opportunities right now. So let's move on to the next. All right, so now your story is pretty phenomenal. So tell us a little bit about what you did back in 2009 and what you've done just this year, because I'm going to let you go ahead and get this started, and then David and I are probably going to have some comments about this. So.
Yeah, sure. So in 2009, when the market crashed, so everybody going after some of this property. So I decided to pick a few of them and had the auction and stuff like that. But as I mentioned, I have a day job running a company, so I didn't have time. So I took those property, gave it to one of the friends. He was managing. I really don't have much details about how to manage the properties and all. So I just told him, okay, can you take care of this? So he was, since then, he's still taking care of those. So that's the old story. But the new story, again, as I said, I was traveling a lot. So because of the COVID, I had some downtime in Houston. So I said, okay, you know what, this is the time for me to start looking at some of this stuff. So I bought a bunch of real estate books before even I joined the lifestyle. So kind of trying to read up. That's what I did. And so with that information, and then with the lifestyle, you guys have a really good training and a good best practice, especially buying and rehabbing and renting and kind of stuff. So I really liked it. So since then, as I said, when I do something like this, I make this as another business. So that's what I did. Okay, I was not looking at buying one property, two properties, wait for another 6 months or a year kind of stuff. So I treated this as my another real estate business. So I bought several of them from wholesalers outside and also from lifestyle wholesalers. And out of those properties, I have one 4-plex and one 9-plex. So when I attended the class with David, the first thing he said, if your net worth is $1 million, you have no business doing single family properties. Okay. So I said, yes, I think he was right. But I'm kind of continue doing the single family, but I'm focusing more on the multi-family. So I'm looking at another property like 120 units here in Houston suburbs. So I'm moving to multi-family, but again, I set up the team now, so I will have single family continue to do what we just did, just like a point clear, because there is a niche for a single family. I realized that, so I thought maybe I don't want to completely shut down my single family purchases. So I'll continue to do that, plus move into multifamily, especially for the economy of scale. So that's only I can grow and meet my goals for next year.
Okay, excellent. Now, this is congratulations. That's phenomenal. So tell us approximately how much equity have you captured on those properties, and approximately what is your monthly cash flow on those total?
I actually, I'm running so busy with going from one to the other and doing all these wire transfers and doing closings. So I don't have the numbers in front of me. But whatever the one I did, again, another one I picked up from David's class. So he said you need to have minimum 12% cash on cash. So I think that was my minimum threshold. I never want to go below 12%, but whatever the ones I did so far, I am exceeding. Actually, I'm a minimum 16 to 17%. So my goal was to average at 20. Okay, so that you double your money in 5 years. Okay, that's I don't have the combined cash flow numbers for you, but if you want, I can share that with you offline. I can send it to you.
Okay. Well, either way, it's been phenomenal. I've just run some quick math on it, and the numbers are just outstanding. They can pick up 40 properties, and you have been
Yes.
quite busy. So congratulations on that. So let's talk about a
Thank you.
little bit of the team. So tell us about how you pulled all this together, who you've been working
Sorry, yeah, what was the question?
with. Tell us about who's on your team.
Oh, okay. So I do have, I use my son, and he kind of works for IT company, but he helped me in the part-time with some of the getting these utilities and paying the contractors and stuff like that. Because again, as I said, I'm still have the other job, even though I'm not full-time managing the other company, but I travel. So again, I have a staff of more than 300 people. So, and I have my office manager who handles all this. Again, just before that, we are managing all these properties ourselves right now. I really don't want to depend on another property management company because I want to give the best service to our tenants. Okay, because if I outsource this property management, we really don't know how they're going to treat my tenants. Okay, so that's we decide to keep it in-house, the property management. So I do have an office manager. He pretty much handles. I am not a detailed person. I know that's why I have office manager who is very detailed, take care of this day-to-day management issues kind of stuff, like managing the properties and tenants issues and stuff like that. I focus more on analyzing the deal, making the deal, and handing out to the general contractor.
Okay, so let's look a little bit on let's look a little on some of these on the vendors. I see you use some of the lifestyles vendors, and you also used you worked with Jennifer McCormick, the lifestyles agent, son, and
yes,
and so she's brought some of those properties to you.
She's again, just want to take a few seconds. She's been really great. Trust me. So I know I work with the Moon and Jennifer. All this. I work with the John. So all these guys they're really great. They go out of their way to help the investors throughout the process. Okay, yeah. Even if sometimes as you running around, they do call you and say, okay, hey, this is the stuff. Okay, you need to do this. So they've been like almost like a mentors. Okay, so they've been there helping. So that's another great thing about the lifestyles.
Yeah, and I also want to highlight Jennifer, like Moon. Jennifer's in the top 10 of those 45,000 agents, and Jennifer is phenomenal. I heard nothing but positive comments from membership about, not just positive comments, raving comments about Jennifer from the Lifestyles membership. So she's doing a fantastic job.
She did, actually. I was just telling my other real estate friends who deal with MLS. I did buy a few properties from the MLS. And I was telling them, why can't you be like a Jennifer? Right. So I was complaining to them, say, Jennifer, she was there, even if I was not expecting, she did everything. So until I get the keys, even after I get the keys, she just follow up. So it's been a great experience.
Absolutely. So tell us what's next for you. You've been very busy and very successful. So tell us what's coming up next.
Yeah, I'm as I said, I'm continue getting the single family stuff because now I have the process, so I don't have to think a lot for those. So this is what I believe in. I put in the autopilot. We have our formless process in place. We'll continue buying and rehabbing those single family ones. Okay, and I am personally I'm just sign up for the lead investor certification. I'm just going through that, and I just told you I'm looking at 120 unit multifamily. I want to buy in a month or two. Okay, so we're already looking at the numbers and stuff like that. Okay.
And this weekend, for the new people, again, David's going to talk about these different certifications and things like that. So, David Ruzicka, do we have a few questions? We got time for a few questions here for Madina.
I don't have any questions yet.
No
So, I
question.
mean, well, there's one question that a member asked is like, why, Medina, didn't you go right to multifamily? You have the money to. It's so much easier to basically take a $500,000 turn to $1 million than all these little $20,000 here. So somebody wants to know what's your logic behind that? That's what they want to know.
Yeah, I'll just again, I'd say, David, I keep repeating whatever you said in the class. You said, oh, if your net worth is more than $1 million, you have no business being in single family. I totally got that. Trust me, I think there is a real truth to it, and especially with the economy of scale, I feel that one because let's say I go and buy another 100 properties, right, single family. So that means I had to do 100 option money, 100 EMDs, 100 closings, okay, and then 100 times I sign with my general contractor. It's a process, but what I kind of are looking at one little niche is that a lot of there are certain people like to have their own house, okay, with the lot of space in the backyard for their pets and for their kids to play. I thought there is a still a little bit niche on the single family, which we cannot fulfill that with our multifamily community, right? So I thought maybe I'll continue that because there is the money, there is a demand, and whatever the properties I did so far, trust me, in the first 1 or 2 weeks, I'm getting multiple tenant applications. Okay, so I had no problem so far in the COVID. Not a single one is defaulted. We're getting paid, and also I believe in the best product, best price. Okay, so if you look at all our properties, we maintain certain standard. Okay, so I would like to again, I know if it's a matter of time, so that I'm not putting all the time, whatever I just explained to you about all those processes, but I have a team, so I'm taking my time out and I'm going to go focus, as you said, on the multifamily. Okay.
Good.
So my case is a little bit different from other investors. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm trying to.
I don't care what you do as long as you invest. You're making great rate returns. You're changing people's lives, not just you, but
Yes.
all those renters out there. Like you said, you did exactly what I taught. Best product, best price. You attracted the best people at a particular price point, and you're a model of what I taught. You know, you did 40 of those. I can't wait till you do 40 apartments and take a lot of people with you and do that. So it's kind of cool.